Thank you so much for staying with us. And in case you're just joining us, welcome to Kenya's Gold. Today we are in Kiambu County. This particular place is called Ngoliba. And the main reason as to why we're here is to hear from the young people on how it's going when it comes to matters agriculture. Now, for this second set, we do have Margaret Njenga, who is an onion farmer. And on my far left, we have Thomas Muthama, who also grows onions, grows chili as well. But on top of that, he is an irrigation expert. Thank you so much, Thomas, for making time to be with us today. Na ningependa tu kwanza hapo kwa irrigation. All right? Okay. What is holding us back? Because we know climate change is there. Mvua imepotea, si kama kitambo ulikuwa unajua Machi kifika, mvua inamwagika. Sasa ni wakati wa short rains ndio hiyo inakuja. As much as we need to embrace irrigation, we're still heavily reliant on rain. Kwa nini bado watu wanaogopa mambo ya irrigation?
Okay, thank you, Ngina. Most farmers fear the cost, the capital to start.
Right.
But with me, I say in irrigation, every drop counts. With irrigation, production is per unit area. So it's not just like the other ways, the old school, ile kumwagia maji. So for example, if you have your borehole, it has 20 cubics, it's easy to plan for your farm and how you will irrigate it, and it's less tiresome to operate.
Kwa hivyo shida ni hiyo initial cost. It can be quite costly. Hebu tupatie kwa ule mkulima ambaye ako na 1 acre. I know there are different types of irrigation, but let's talk about drip, for example. Okay. Ule ambaye ako na 1 acre, anapanda tu hiyo kitunguu yake, for example. How much do they need as that initial investment for them to set up drip irrigation for their 1 acre farm?
Roughly ranges is between 130 to 150,000 for the material.
Na hiyo inakuja mpaka na installation imewekwa inafanya kazi, ama that's another bill altogether?
That's another business. We quote per percentage. Let's say like me, I offer 15% cost of the material.
Right. Yes. So in short, ndo ufanikishe tu irrigation yako uiache fully running for 1 acre, you could need close to 200,000.
Yes.
And that's quite expensive for a farm.
But I think due to things related to climate change, we should be aggressive to get into irrigation. Mostly drip is a game changer.
Maybe another way they can look at it is wakiingia kwa hiyo irrigation, then they'll get mazao all through na wataweza recuperate their money back even faster.
I have my colleague here, farm girl. Anafanya ukulima yake na irrigation.
Right.
So ukiweza muuliza the advantages, umwambie aifanye old school, hazi kubali.
Farm girl, nimesikia unaitwa farm girl. Mkulima wa vitunguu. Hapa tunaongelelea irrigation. Amesema one of the reasons as to why farmers shy away from it is that initial cost. All right? I'd like for you to talk to us about how irrigation has helped you as a farmer, and wakati ulianza, did you start immediately with irrigation ama ulifanya hii ingine ya kutegemea mvua alafu ka switch?
Initially, I was a teacher, and switching from a professional teacher to now a farmer, a full-time farmer, I had to do it professionally. I had to now visit now the technicians, other professionals in farming to understand how I can do my farming professionally.
Right.
So one way is irrigation, because you cannot wait for the rain. When I started with drip irrigation from 2020 up to now.
Right.
But I didn't start as a wholesome like 1 acre. I started with a quarter. Right. So I've been going, extending slowly until now I'm at where I do with drip irrigation, I have 3 acres. So that is now the biggest fear in farming, and most farmers. Unaona hiyo 200 ukiambiwa na my friend here Muthama akikwambia 200,000 uwezi, lakini mkidivide that 200,000 utapata 50,000 yako itakuwekea quarter acre. Then you'll get around your 3 tons of onions. You sell them at a minimum of 50 shillings. So that is around 150,000. Utarudi kwa Muthama tena another 50,000.
Another 50.
You go to half an acre.
All right.
So that is what the knowledge the farmers don't know.
Okay.
That you can start small and grow big.
Kwa hivyo wasikue na ile lazima nianze na 1 acre. Unaweza eka ka quarter as you. Thank you for that insight. Lakini Margaret, nataka utuambie, what is it about onions za Tanzania?
Nothing much about that onion. I've been engaging myself with those farmers and brokers from that side. Nothing much. Only that how they weigh their onion, it's not the way we do it here. Here we do it per kg. huko unasikia wanapimiwa na magunia na mabuckets. So when the broker akifika Marikiti unapata onion ni mingi kuliko vile ataingia kwa shamba yangu tutapima a kilo. There they are not like
a bucket ama gunia.
Yes.
But does that mean their production is so high that they have the freedom to do that?
Yes.
Is it
their
cost of production iko chini
huko? Iko chini, simply because getting chemicals and the fertilizers, you get them at cheaper prices. Okay, and most of the dawas they use there, we cannot use them here. They are banned here.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. They cannot get into our, we cannot get them into our market. That's why you find most of those things, they get them at cheaper prices and then they are able to produce more.
Right.
So here the production cost now restrict us to produce more.
So the cost of production in Tanzania is quite low as compared to our cost of production.
Yes.
Lakini we kwa maoni yao kitungu yao na yetu haina tofauti.
Haina tofauti.
All right. Lakini kumekuwa na ile changamoto yani kama our farmers are not letting the onions cure vizuri. Yeah. We'll get to that. But now I want my irrigation expert Mr. Thomas to tell me about the different types of irrigation that are there. Na ule mkulima wakati anaenda kwa shamba yake to make that decision of I want to start irrigating, what informs their decision? Afanye hii, asifanye hii.
Now, when you are selecting your irrigation, first you should know your type of soil, crop you are going to grow, and again your money, the money you have to start.
Right.
We have many types of irrigation. We have overhead, those are sprinklers, rain guns, gear-driven rain guns, rhinos, and again we have pop-up sprinklers for the compounds.
Right.
So that depends on your budget. For example, when you are doing the installation, first we do land planning. We give a farmer the suitable irrigation that can fit according to the budget and the type of soil and the type of crop he or she wants to grow.
Right.
For example, in maize production, cabbage production, kales, you can do with rhinos. It's a bit cheaper compared to drip. And it doesn't require a lot of much capital.
Right.
Because in rhinos, you can use direct water from the river to the pump. Right. And again, you must note that in overhead irrigation, mostly you can't do it with boil waters of the have salty. So it needs fresh water, like Chania River. Yes, there are those specification to consider.
Right, right. But ni kama wakulima wengi wamekuwa kishauriwa kuhusiana na mambo ya drip irrigation. Ni kama it has more advantages. I could be wrong. You're the expert here. Wewe ndio utatuambia. Just talk to us about why we are leaning more towards put drip. Why is drip quite the most effective?
For example, I'm a farmer. I do onion and chili. And again, I'm inspiring to start tomato farm. As we talk, I have 5 acres and the kit, drip. Drip, to me, is a game changer. And the production, it's per unit area. For example, let's say when you are doing an onion and you are nearby to harvest, you can do your calculations according to meter. Let's say you have a line of 30 meters, you can decide to weigh 1 meter square, and then you do the average. So you have the knowledge and the idea, I'm expecting 10 tons, 20 tons, or 15 tons, which is possible.
However, drip is the most effective.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
Yes.
Great. Now, Maggie, talk to us about changamoto ya vitunguu. Hiyo makosa ambayo inafanyika hapo. What is that curing? How should we do it? Why are we not getting it right? Mbona tuko na haraka ya kutoa vitunguu, kupeleka tu kwa shamba hata kama haiko tayari?
Hiyo ni, I always say, ni greediness ya farmer. It's not like me. You cannot come to my farm and tell me the onion is ready na ija cure. I have to wait for my onion to cure so that I can sell it to you. Right. Why? A well cured onion you will have a bargaining power. Sababu atakwambia ya TZ imekauka, hii yako ijakauka. So hii yako nitanunua 30 shillings, ya TZ wanauza Marikiti inakuanga always 20 shillings, 30 shillings higher than the Kenyan onion. So you will have a bargaining power. Like as much as most of that onion yenye haijakiwa inapatikana Endarasha, Nyeri. They sell even at a low of 15 shillings. In Kajiado, we have never sold an onion below 40 shillings.
Right.
Simply because onion ya Kajiado hata inajulikana. It's well dried.
It is well cured. So how do you tell this is a well cured onion? Is it something that you can see from a face value? Ama ni nini unafaa kuangalia ndio ikuambie huyu ni kama kidogo greed iliingia kati, ametuletea kitu ambacho hakiko well cured. How do you tell those two scenarios apart?
Okay, a well-dried onion, we have now the bulb and the neck. The neck is now from the space between the bulb and the leaves. Now, a well-cured onion has already a healed neck.
Right.
So there is no way that it is just fully, it is dried, a well dried. You can even feel from the outside, the outer skin, you can even, it's crunchy. So that is a well dried onion.
Right.
Yeah.
Unaweza kata, uone nikaa inatoa majimaji. Na kuna kitunguu unakata, haina majimaji, ama kitu inakaa maziwa. And kuna kitunguu pia unakata, unasikia kulia. Na kuna kitunguu unakata, hausikii kulia. What are those scenarios? Is it a variety issue or what is that?
One can be brought by variety issue. And number two, that is about now the farming process of an onion. We have 3 stages. The first stage is after transplanting, where we are focusing more on the root formation and the leaves formation.
Right.
We have the second stage, which is vegetative stage, where now the onion is preparing itself to bulb. Then we have the last stage, which is the 3rd month, where now the onion is bulb. And now you started the curing process.
Right.
Now, between the vegetative and the bulbing, that is where you have now the sulfuric effect. Now, iyo kulia kwa macho ni sulfur.
Okay.
So, ako ka sulfuric effect, it's brought about by I don't know in science, we call it potassium. If you're not good at calculation, the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, you will go wrong. Sasa hapa ndio na mwalimu wa math tunamwambianga hapa ni wapi?
Alright.
So
ideally sifai kulia sana kwa kitunguu mzuri.
Unafaa kulia.
Oh, so a good kitunguu
kulia
nalia
vibaya sana.
Oh, so kitunguu yenye sili.
Hiyo sio hapana.
For real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Na venye mimi natakanga yenye sili.
Hapana, because even during harvesting we cry a lot. Even in the evening you cannot even closing your eyes, it's a problem.
I have a traditional way of sorting that out. It's not factual, don't come to me. You take the maganda,
Yes.
you put here, in the ear, and then you cut your onion, you won't cry.
What about the other one? You dunga a potato by the knife and then you peel. Yeah, you chonga the onion.
Oh, I'll try that.
There is another one.
Which one? Kila mtu alete
You
ya
just
kwao.
peel the onion, una insert kwa maji, then it.
Okay, so I want to come to you as we come towards wrapping up this conversation. Tumongelele yo swali ya irrigation. We've said a lot of farmers shy away because of the cost. Is it high time, as the young transforming leaders in agriculture, we present conversation on tunaona subsidy ya chemical fertilizers? Can we have subsidy of things like irrigation? Will that work?
Okay, to me, when you have drip, you are against the clock. And that's the best market. So if government can give us the kits, my vision is by Vision 2030, I create opportunities more than 100 youths who are unemployed.
Right.
So that's my vision.
Right.
For now, I have 5 of them, very well trained and agronomists.
Good.
So if they can bring that subsidy, so we can have millions of youths in agriculture doing it against the clock.
Right. I want to wind up with Margaret akiniambia kitunguu ni kama pia huwa inachoma watu kidogo. Nataka uniambie kama kitunguu imewahi kuchoma, and just give a young person hope on the opportunities in the onion value chain.
Onion farming is just like any other business. You open your business, you make losses, you make profits. This is just like any other business.
Right.
So you don't expect 100% of what you invested to get it at the end of the season. But if you consistently do it, you'll get what you invested. You don't come in onion farming or in any other farming to say that Nime invest 400,000, I'll get my 400,000 by the end of 3 months. No, you'll have now to consistent, like have 1 season, 2 seasons, then you'll get it.
Right.
Then again in onion we've been getting so much disappointment. Unanunua seeds, an average of 45,000 a kilo of seeds. Then you get germination. No. Why? You cannot go complain that that seed did germinate. Hatuna policies in Kenya for onion farmers. We have the farmers, dairy farmers, wako na cooperatives, sijui sugarcane nilisikia kuna ya.
They are board.
Yes, they have boards. But government does not recognize vegetable farmers. Onion is part of vegetables. Government does not recognize that they are vegetable farmers, of which that is the most fed group of food. Like cereals, you get the maize, small portion. But vegetables, it must be in the 3 meals a day.
Right.
So we need that. If we get that,
you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So far, vegetable farmers, onion farmers are feeling misrepresented.
Exactly.
You do not have enough boards that are out there fighting for you and making sure ukipatiwa mbegu mbaya, you have a place to go and raise that concern. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Thomas and Margaret, for those insights. That has been a fantastic second panel, talking so much about young people in agriculture, the future of irrigation, and the future of young people in general. Remember, rain-fed agriculture is not reliable, and that is why, as a country right now, according to a new food security report, about 2 million people are currently facing a hunger crisis. And if we do not sort out the reliance on rain-fed, these numbers could worsen. And that's why we have the young people who are definitely going to be bringing this change in the agricultural sector. We take another break. We come back with more. And before we take that break, we do want to have that conversation we always do have with our farmers here, giving you tips on what you need to do to make sure that you are growing. Kama wewe ni mkulima wa dairy, if you're in coffee, if you're in onions, one of the things that you need to make sure that you're doing is being part of a cooperative society. Because when you are in a society, unaungana na wakulima wengine, meaning at the end of the day, you're able to produce volumes because you're many. Also, you're producing good quality produce, which when it gets to the market, you have a higher bargaining power because what you have is a lot and also good quality. Remember, ukiwa peke yako uambe upeleke kama lori 5 ya viazi, it might be quite impossible because we know most of our farmers are small scale farmers. But remember, when you gather mushikane na wakulima wengine, then you're able to satisfy the demand in the market. Also, another thing you need to do is take advantage of the support that is being offered by Cooperative Bank to small scale, large scale and farmers in cooperative society. In case you need loans to improve the machinery in your farm, they have it for you. Kama unataka mkopo ya kuweza kununua quality farm inputs, your seedlings, your fertilizers, they do have those loans for you. Kama unaingia katika sekta ya exporting, importing, there's a lot of finances involved in that, and you can achieve that by taking advantage of that support that is being offered by the Cooperative Bank. So dear farmer, usifanye vitu peke yako na usifanye vitu kama kitambo, the way our grandparents used to do it. Join hands with other farmers and take advantage of the support that is constantly being offered by the Cooperative Bank.